A trio of U.S. Navy destroyers will soon deploy to the waters off Venezuela. The USS Gravely, Samson, and Jason Dunham in an effort to combat illegal drug smuggling. Those deployments part of the Pentagon's expanded role in countering Latin American drug cartels. Back in February, the State Department designated several cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and in recent weeks reportedly gave the go-ahead for U.S. military to use force against them. NewsNation's Joe Khalil is live in Washington. And Joe, that could possibly happen inside foreign countries.
Yeah, that's right. So macro, that is the concern here, that this could be potentially strikes in different places. More concretely, just right off the bat, it does seem to be an escalation between the United States and the Venezuelan government, the Maduro regime. Certainly no friend of the United States. Tension there as the U.S. now, the Pentagon has authorized these three naval ships to be on the coast there as a part of President Trump's larger strategy to try to combat cartels in foreign countries, particularly in Central and South America, that are manufacturing, sending, and selling drugs in the United States. And there could be more in the region, by the way. Reuters reporting that some 4,000 Marines and others that could be potentially deployed to the Caribbean region more generally there. In response to that, this week on state television, President Maduro announced that he is preparing somewhere between 4 and 5 million militiamen that are going to be prepared and armed, he says. And then he went on at a public event to say, and I'm going to quote a translation here, he says, "The empire has gone mad and renewed its threats to Venezuelan peace and tranquility," without referencing the U.S. directly, but again, saying the empire there. So in the first few weeks of the Trump administration, President Trump did sign an executive order that designated several cartels in other countries as terrorist organizations. You see some of them here on your screen, and the State Department put that into their official policy just a few weeks later. So that move opened up a whole range of new options for the Pentagon there. Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell shared with NewsNation a statement this morning about this deployment of American personnel and naval ships. And he says, quote, "This requires a whole of government effort, and through coordination with regional partners, the Defense Department will undoubtedly play an important role towards meeting the president's objective to eliminate the ability of these cartels to threaten territory, safety, and security of the United States and his people." There are also some reports that are surfacing about potential American strikes in other countries in Latin America. So far, though, the Pentagon, neither they nor the White House are confirming any of those reports to us.
And Joe, we know Congress is still on its summer recess, but lawmakers absolutely have a role here, especially if and when it comes to possible military actions in other countries. So what are you hearing?
Yeah, and we reached out again today. A lot of silence at this point from lawmakers just in the last couple of days. But I can tell you, having covered this, and this idea had been floated for some time now, we've heard from lawmakers, Republican and Democrat, who say that they would like to see more participation, more cooperation from some of the governments that are our allies if they have cartels operating within their borders. But certainly there is some willingness, especially among Republicans, to support President Trump if, in fact, there's an escalation, if there are actual strikes in other countries. Some lawmakers are hesitant about that simply because they don't want to see any American boots on the ground. That discussion isn't yet being had, but obviously it's a concern when we talk about deploying American troops to the region. So obviously some concerns there, but also some willingness and support if the White House, in fact, does want to go in that direction.
All right, Joe Khalil live for us there in Washington. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.